Another new thing which influenced the international business is use of 3D printing. 3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, is the process of creating a 3D dimensional object from a computer-aided design or a digital 3D model. It can be accomplished through a number of processes in which material is deposited, joined, or solidified under computer control, with the material added together, typically layer by layer. There are three types of machines used for 3D printing. The first one is selective laser sintering, which is known as SLS 3D printers. The second one is fused deposition modeling printers, that is known as FDM 3D printers. The final category is stereolithography 3D printers, that is known as SLA 3D printers. Let's see what are the applications of 3D printing in international business environment. Most of the industries in the manufacturing sector has shifted from the traditional manufacturing to 3D printing because of the advantages given by the 3D printing. Its affordable startup cost is one of them. As a single-step manufacturing process, 3D printing saves time and therefore cost associated with 3D printing by using different machines for different manufacturing types has been eliminated. 3D printing is completely customizable. 3D printing allows for the design and print more complex design than traditional manufacturing process. It's also ideal for rapid prototyping. 3D printing can produce parts in hours with the prototyping process. This allows each item to be completed more quickly. When compared with machine prototypes, 3D printing is less expensive and more efficient at creating parts because the parts can be completed in hours, allowing each design modification to be completed at much faster rate. It also environmental friendly. As the technology reduces the amount of material wastage used in the production process, is inherently environmental friendly. However, the environmental benefits are extend what you consider factors such as improved fuel efficiency from using light-weighted 3D printing parts. It's also used the print-on-demand technology. Print-on-demand is another advantage as it doesn't need a lot of space to stock inventory, unlike in traditional manufacturing process. This saves space and cost as there is no need to print in bulk unless required. Let's look at the disadvantages of 3D printing. First one is limited materials. Currently, 3D printers are only use certain plastic, resins, metals or ceramics for manufacture. This is due to the fact that not all the metals or plastic can be temperature controlled through enough to allow 3D printing. Therefore, they have to rely on certain specific materials. This is one of the drawbacks. And since these materials cannot be recycled, they have to repurchase again, and this will incur high cost as well. The next one is post-processing requirement. Since most of the 3D printers need some form of cleanup to remove support materials from the build and to smooth the surface to achieve the required finish, they need to include water jetting, sanding, a chemical soak, and rinse, air or heat drying, or assembly and others. This may slow down the original production process, and sometimes these things can be incurred operational cost as well. Another potential problem with 3D printing is limitation in accuracy. Since machines or process are used with some printers having lower tolerance, which means that their final parts may differ from the original design. Even though this can be fixed with post-processing, it may incur high cost as well as time. With 3D printing become common, the printing of copyrighted products to create fake items will become more common. Nearly, it's impossible to determine the fake products. Therefore, there is an issue of the copyright in the 3D printing sector. Another disadvantage is reduction in manufacturing jobs. With all the new technologies, manufacturing jobs will decrease. However, this will have a large impact to the economies of third world countries. Three D printing is helping to drive personalization in healthcare industry. Rapid produce 3D models is used to support the surgeons. It also enables to reduce the operating time and enhance patient and physician communication. As well as it's also improve the patient outcomes when it comes to surgeries. This is also used in the education industry. This enables to engage students by bringing digital concept into real world, turning their ideas into real 3D color models that they can actually hold in their hands. It enables the development of imagination and creativity by visualizing the products of their imagination. Most of the time, it used to attract lazy students, because the lazy students that do not care about study, they need the practical exposure to enhance their education skills. So this 3D printing is bringing a wow factor for the education sector. 3D printing is highly applied in the manufacturing sector in the international business environment. 3D printing provides a wide variety of manufactured products, including customizable products and even an individual's personal design. Rapid prototyping enables to develop products more quickly from just a design to an actual product. Most of the car manufacturers utilize 3D printings to produce fixtures, cradles, and prototypes, which need to be stiff, strong, as well as durable. Aerospace engineers have taken the 3D printing inspection tools to reduce cost for low volume parts.